Brooke Cooner from Tipsy Gypsy,
Mhm.
Jamaica Builder from True Seekers Gemstones, and today we'll talk about trees.
Trees, tree of life.
Trees.
Yeah. Lots of energy talk too.
Yes, trees are wonderful, conscious, sentient beings that are among us. People think that they're something separate or that they don't have intelligence or that they're not conscious.
They do.
That's all wrong. They very much are.
They're wrong. You're wrong.
Oh, you should treat them just like you would anybody else. They
Right.
are your friends, and they can assist you with many things. I mean, we have fruit-bearing trees. Trees give oxygen. They're homes for animals. They are an essential for life. No tree,
They
no
provide
life.
shade. They provide, oh my gosh, so much. They absorb energy, negative energy. They just, they help so much. I love me some trees.
Me too. We're tree huggers.
We didn't,
we
didn't
didn't
start with this.
check out these little things. Aren't they cute? And they're chocolate.
And they're chocolate.
So, like, double win.
Mm-hmm.
And they're cute.
Mm-hmm.
We got on our St. Patty's Day gear because is it Sunday? Sunday is St. Patrick's Day. The parades will be going on here in Chillicothe and in Portsmouth.
Yes.
So, go have some fun.
Yep. And hopefully this isn't hitting my mic. So hopefully let me know. Put in the comments if we end up hurting our mic and it hurts your ears.
If I go, get some drumming going on.
That's right.
Transcend.
Ooh.
And Brooke also made us these lovely, don't know what it is, but it tastes super duper good.
It's got a little bit of champagne and punch. They call it Irish punch. So
Okay.
cheers.
Yay!
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Irish.
I have to drink to that, you know. There we go.
What else is good luck? I know pyrite. I got it in my
pyrite.
pots of gold down there.
Yes,
My pots of
pyrite is good luck. Yeah, rabbit's foot is supposed to be good
Oh,
luck.
yeah.
Mhm.
Green aventurine, that's good luck crystal.
Oh, good luck, Crystal. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, hey, that's what I have right here.
Oh, yay!
Green aventurine.
Yay.
Yeah.
We're ready. And this is Mary B's artwork. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it on there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so this is her little tree of life. Brooke and I were talking about how each religion, each culture has their own different version of the tree of life. So Native Americans have one. Buddhists have one. Who else got one?
Oh gosh, there's multiple, but they all look at it as sacred tree, the sacred tree.
And I think it represents the tree of life. Oh yeah, the Druids have one.
Oh,
Of course.
Druids, yeah, of course.
Duh, I just held up that picture with Celtic. That's how we arrive at conclusions sometimes. But yeah, I think they all have the same meaning in that it is a kind of a universal connection and that we all come from one big tree or just many branches.
Branches, I like that. We'll be talking about the Joshua tree as well. Always think when we talk about branches, I always think of that.
Yeah, because they said that he's named the Joshua after Joshua in the Bible, and he was
Joshua
praying.
in the Bible, and he's praying, and so it looks like the branches come out like that. Yeah. So, you know, I actually bought a shirt that said Joshua tree on it before I knew exactly. I just like that it had a tree, you know, and I had heard of it, but I hadn't looked into it. So I had a Joshua tree that I was sporting without really knowing like the meaning behind it.
It's funny how things will come to you like that. So like I noticed that with like things I buy, I won't necessarily use it or have any use for it, but I feel like I need it, right?
I feel like you need it,
and so then like 2 or 3 years later, something will happen. I'll be like, oh, that's what that was meant for, right? And sometimes you'll get things way before it's that foreshadowing of what's to come.
Foreshadowing. Yeah, we keep talking about that. Keeps happening.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? The foreshadowing.
Oh, goodness.
Was that a leprechaun?
I
think it was
see
leprechaun.
that foreshadowing.
I get it. Not.
What's that mean, Brooke?
That means somebody wanted this so badly.
Yeah.
They want to buy it.
They were drawing it to them.
They're drawn to it. You know. If you guys, I think that's how you had it, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
It works.
That works. Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay.
We have anybody other than my mama.
Let's see the comments. Oh, there's my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mama.
Go back up.
My spirit animal, Ella.
That's
Her
right.
mom.
The koala.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, Lisa.
Oh, it's Miss Schultz on.
Yes.
She's awesome.
Yep. Gail. Hi, Gail. Okay, we have EBG.
No. Also.
EBG, yeah, you know me. That's what I think of every time I hear it. Sorry, Chelsea.
It's CBG.
How do you know me? Chelsea.
Yeah, I love Chelsea. Chelsea sent me the school video this morning. I showed it to you, remember?
Yeah.
And so it said, I think, let me get this correct, that when the insects, predatory insects land on a tree and they like intend to eat the tree, is this right? Is that how it was? The tree will broadcast signals to other trees and be like, hey, there's a predator around, and it will make its leaves taste nasty so the bug won't want to eat it and destroy it.
And it'll also send signals to other insects to come and take care of that insect too.
Come eat this bug. He's over here being a menace in my hood. Need y'all come in and do something. You went welcome here.
We need to swarm up in here. You guys need to take care of this. Like,
so
that is crazy smart. That is crazy smart. All this is happening, and we're so oblivious a lot of times. You know, we're oblivious because we're living our life, we're doing our thing, and it's whenever you take a moment to really like learn and listen and all that, it's amazing.
And like last time when we talked about animals, and I said animals are ETs. All right, I know people are like, what the hell she mean by that? Right, but it's when you take the time to learn about them and learn about how they communicate and their ways of behavior and their instincts and all that, then you can understand that they are a whole being. Humans are just so egoic, you know. Right? They're just so egoic. They're just so rude. So they can't see the beauty in other things. Right. They can't appreciate it. They don't even try. Yeah, it's so sad. Like you guys are missing out on so much life.
Oh, and it's all around us, right?
Yeah.
And you know, and we get jaded. We get a little, things get monotonous, and so But nature is screaming. Nature is like trying to give us hints and whatnot.
It's like, hey, silly humans.
Yeah.
There's a much bigger life going on around you. Absolutely.
All right. Hi, Jackie. Hello. And then we've got Terry. Hi, Terry. Hi. Hiya. And then Bonnie, there's your mama.
Oh, I knew she'd be there.
Yeah. Bonnie's on. There she is. Okay. Yes, Chelsea says it was awesome that my friend shared that today.
I know.
That was like perfect timing, Chelsea.
Yeah. I said, Chelsea, that's a foreshadowing.
That's a foreshadowing. Yeah.
And you'll see that, like, the more you start paying attention to this, the more you put your awareness on foreshadowings and you start to look for them, the more you see them show up.
Right.
And the more that, you know, when they say, when everyone has a message when they're speaking to you, right? We just ignore so much of what people say, or we wait to respond. We're not really listening, right? Angels speak through people. And if you listen to those messages, you kind of hear it a little bit different, and you can, almost like what they say, winks at you a little bit. Yeah. And so then you're getting divine communication through a humanly vessel,
but still through divine guidance, and angels are so great at sending messages that way. So, also, I'm so worried that you guys can't hear. I'm so stressed about this. Are you guys? Is this sound okay? Are we like hitting the mic too much? We have mics now, and I'm scared I'm going to hit it.
We're moving up in the world.
We're getting fancy, people. So yeah, let us know if there's any issues with being able to hear us, or if we keep hitting it or something. Let me know. You can hear me just okay. Oh, sounds great. Perfect.
I had turned the volume down. You guys were too loud this time.
Usually it's like you gotta turn it up a little bit. Now I was like, okay. So that's why I've been trying to like keep my voice here. But we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, so we can get into it a little bit more.
Here goes the trees.
Oh, the trees. I even got a few pictures here as we talk about a few of them. Which one do you want to start with?
Well, you want me to start from the top? All right. So trees are divine beings. They've been here since the beginning of time. Like we said, without them, you can't exist. There would be nothing, right? So, but they are directly connected to, so trees are an antenna, right? So their roots are down in the earth, in which they can send messages all the way through the Gartha down to the core. And then they also have their tops, which they beam out cosmic consciousness. And so when we talk about that, we talk about channeling consciousness and why people sit under trees to become grounded and to receive divine messages, right? Because they're feeding off the life force of the tree. And we talk about how spirits in the astral realm will be near trees. Brooke will tell you about this going to the graveyard.
Oh, gosh.
And there's,
So I do, a lot of times I'll do even tours at a local cemetery here in Chillicothe at Grandview. And whenever we go through, whenever I do see a spirit, it is typically, they're usually like by a tree. They're leaning up against a tree. So trees are like magnets. And I noticed that that was a pattern, but I never actually really thought much about it until we started diving more into trees and that kind of thing and the spiritual energy from it. And it is truly, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So almost every single spirit I see at a graveyard or cemetery, they end up gravitating towards a tree. And I would say, like, wait a minute, but your headstone is like over here, but they would still be leaning on that tree. So that is something that, it's very interesting.
And I'd always heard, like, if you get buried, if you go to the cemetery and get buried, you want to be near a tree. That's where you want your grave to be. And it's because your energetic or astral body can draw the life force from that tree, and it will help you to ascend into higher states and to move on. And I remember when my dad's grandparents died, and I went to the cemetery, I was like, oh, thank God they're by the tree. Like, I felt relief, even at that young age.
Yeah, there's a comfort. There's a comfort. I've always felt it anyway. That's why, like, whenever I would go through a park, I would, and my parents can vouch for this, they're on here, but I am obsessed with trees. And whenever I was younger, I did have a leaf project at one time. And so my dad, my mom just said very interesting, but my dad had taken me to the park so that way I could get, accustomed to each kind of tree. And so since then I have been, like, so invested and sold on the benefits of, like, each kind of tree. But then it got to where they got annoyed by me because we would go places and then I'd be like, oh, there's an elm. Oh, there's a maple. Oh, sweet gum. Sassafras. Like, I would get so excited. They'd be like, oh my gosh, this girl.
She got a tree problem.
Yeah, I got a
what
tree
did
problem.
we do? We've created a monster, a tree monster.
It's a fourth grade project. It just keeps going.
Inspired something in me. It sparked.
It did. And I was already like attracted to trees. So So I know that you are naturally too.
Yeah.
There's a reason for it, you guys.
And then something interesting that we also thought on the other side of the spectrum. So if you die, you want to be by a tree. But if you live, some cultures will bury a placenta, right? So a newborn baby, the placenta.
The placenta, yes.
They will take it and bury it under a tree so that it provides protection to that child the entire time, and it will feed the life force of the child. And, because it attaches, like, anything you bury with a tree that has, like, your personal effects on it will feed your energetic body as well, your astral body. So they plant the placenta under the tree.
Under the tree. I have not done that.
Yeah, I mean,
I have not done that.
It's, some people, right?
Some people do it, and that's great.
Yeah,
but that is interesting.
That's their theory.
That's their theory. Yeah, and I can totally see that.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
When at one point maybe I would have, like, questioned it a little bit, but I don't question anything to do with trees anymore. I'm like, nope, they're beings, and they're intelligent.
But you gotta think, like, a lot of things like that have come down from so many generations, and, like, it is hard for me to sit here and be like, they didn't know what they were talking about 500 years ago. What does your grandma know? Blah, blah, blah. I can't do that. Like, I have to have trust and faith.
Yeah, you can't discredit that.
No, I'm going to listen a little bit more and take notes. Yeah.
There's reasons behind that,
Yeah, they didn't just make it up. No, it just didn't come out of nowhere.
No. But as you were saying earlier,
Mm.
you know, deep thoughts happen like whenever you're under trees and whatnot.
Mm.
And so you were saying that's even like Sir Isaac Newton, right?
Yeah.
With
I
the
mean,
apple.
that's what they say. So he
That's what
was
they
leaning on there. He got real grounded. He channeled that divine cosmic consciousness, and the apple fell, and he was like, "Hey, you know what? I think that's how gravity works."
Thank you, tree.
Yeah.
I actually teased that it was almost like it was a moment of Wizard of Oz where the tree like was throwing the
It
apples
was like,
at
get
him.
out of here.
Get out of here. And he's like, there's the gravity. But no. But yeah, it's really
Could
cool to
be.
think about. It's because he was underneath the tree in deep thought. And so
Mm.
deep thoughts will really come to you as you sit underneath the tree.
And
I love that.
like we talked about, they take off so much negative energy, you know?
Yeah.
Like when we were talking about burying our feet underneath.
grounding.
And
Yeah,
getting-
when you do grounding and you do it near a tree.
yeah, take off sadness and all that depression and everything.
Uh-huh.
And that's why forest bathing is such a thing. So forest bathing, where you go on long walks
Yeah.
out, and it's called forest bathing.
And
And
I've
what
not
you-
heard that term. That's
Oh
cool.
really? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So it's a whole world. You
Oh,
can you can go down that rabbit hole. But
Yeah.
forest bathing, you go out for hours in a good forest, and the oxygen levels increase, right?
Oh,
Because you're
sure.
breathing all the trees.
Mhm.
And so it actually alleviates depression, increases serotonin and dopamine. Forest bathing.
Ooh. I do like baths.
Yeah.
I love me some
I could
trees.
bathe with a
I could
tree.
bathe with a tree.
I'm down with that.
That would be like the rain.
Yeah.
Let the rain. That would be.
If
like
you
even
could find a
better.
tree near a waterfall or something.
That would be amazing. We should do that one day.
Yeah.
We should be on a hunt for that. I don't know. I know we travel a little bit. That'd be really cool to do like the podcast outside, either outside or by water and tree or something, or maybe at the park near the water and the willows and whatnot. Or your new house.
I got that
Maybe
mic on. There's no
eventually
whisper.
we'll-
Trying to whisper with the mic on. Not gonna work.
So just with these mics on, there's no like, it's your turn.
We had to poke.
We're gonna have to
I
get
think you
coat.
go.
Ready? I got my baseball cap on ready.
Like, I forgot. I don't know. What else we got?
Oh, and then you should always ask permission before working with trees.
Yeah.
And oh my, I gotta tell you guys something real quick. So my husband, this was 2 years ago, we were putting in a pool and we have a really nice maple in our backyard. And whenever he gets a little like, like, okay, for the limbs, he just get it out of here, right? And so he did not, and
he was
of
not
course he
treating the
laughed
tree
it
nice.
off because I was like, it's like less is more. Like, don't take too much off the tree. Plus, I love my tree, and so for him, it's like, well, it's going to create shade for the pool. Yeah, he doesn't really talk like that.
That's Rick's man voice in her head.
That's not him, but anyway, I don't know who that is. He's gonna end up watching this and be like, I don't sound like that.
In my mind, you do.
Oh my goodness, evidently. But I told him, like, be very mindful and don't just like go willy nilly. Well, guess what? He did, and he ended up in the hospital. He had to have 2 surgeries because a huge limb came down on him. And so I'm not saying. I mean, I'm just saying that I really think that if he would have been a little bit more cautious and thoughtful, that's just my theory. Is that
She's
he wouldn't have-
absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's 100% what happened. And I'll tell you. Yeah, that absolutely is. And you'll notice that if you are not respectful of trees, if you do not ask for permission, if you walk up and kick a tree, I guarantee an acorn will fall on your head. They don't put up with it. And why would anybody? And you have to treat them like
With
they're
respect,
people.
yes.
Yeah, I mean,
and they have their little tree family too.
Yes.
So it's it's a thing that so if you, let's say that you move into a house and you have you have some trees in the back and you're wanting to get rid of some of those, you're affecting these other trees that have been growing near these other ones, and they do consider it family. And I know that sounds weird, but they consider these other trees, I mean, they absorb energy off each other, so then you are depleting the remaining trees, and there's sorrow that ends up coming, their form of sorrow. There's their form of sorrow and being without that energy.
yes.
Now, sometimes there's we have purpose for certain trees, obviously, but we just have to be mindful because you are affecting more than just, it's more than just like getting rid of stuff just because
Yeah. Don't be so mean. Don't be mean to the trees.
Don't be so happy.
Yeah, for real. Relax a little bit. But yeah, what you said there about the trees being a family and knowing that the other's going, because trees know that everything is connected. They know that they're universal conscious. They know that they're not separate from God. They know all this, And trees are very wise. They have been around forever.
Oh, they're so wise. And we're going to get into like how the oak is super wise.
Yeah, we'll give you some holy trees.
We're going to talk about holy trees. That's so true. Okay.
Yeah, we'll try to touch on. We might be able to get to the Jewish, is it mystical?
Like the magical or the mystical.
Okay. Kabbalah. That tree of life, because that sounds pretty interesting. So we'll try to get there.
Yeah. Oh, and then another fun fact. You were talking about this, and I thought this was really cool. That this is the clockwise.
Oh, yeah.
People going clockwise to get the energy.
Yeah. So there are certain trees that are called holy trees, and women in India, what is that tree called? The Ashoka?
Yeah, Ashoka.
So that is a holy tree that people use for fertility. And women will actually get out and they will walk around it counterclockwise 3 times a day, and they almost always get pregnant. And well, why is that? Why would they walk around the tree clockwise, right?
Yeah.
To increase. So they're pulling the energy off of the tree, and this tree happens to be a very feminine tree, a tree of fertility, a very loving tree. And so they're pulling that energy off. Now, if you were to go counterclockwise around a tree, you will be taking the negative energy off of you, right? So these women who go to this tree to pull energy off of it have, I assured you, said, thank you, please, may I, because I'm taking your life force, right? And they're not going to show up as energy vampires.
And they view the culture and everything. They do view the trees being sacred as well. So they know to ask for permission. They're delicate with that, which is good.
There's probably a lady who guards it. And if you don't go and pay your respect, she don't let you touch the tree. It's like a big thing.
That might, that sounds right. I'm getting like confirmation. Yeah,
probably a guardian.
Right. Yeah, guardian. Oh, I want to be a tree guardian.
I know. Next life, me and you.
Oh, okay.
Come make us tree guardians.
Sign up for that already. Like soul contract. We're gonna do a soul contract.
We know what we want to be.
Tree guardians.
I'm down.
Yeah, sign me up.
Yes. Okay. We're all time coming up with such cool stuff we can do in our lives. This one, we're like, oh, everything sucks.
I really am being so tough.
This is hard.
We're ready to be tree guardians.
Yeah, we need a break.
Yeah.
All right, what else we got?
Some of the crystals to program the quartz and whatnot. You can put it underneath the tree. So there's some crystals that you can put underneath trees to gather that energy.
Yeah, so I have a piece of sodalite because allergies been up today.
Allergies.
And so if I was to take this sodalite and I was to, hold it to my head and I was to program it, I'd say, sodalite, I need you to help me recover from my illness. And I go place it under a tree that is meant for healing purposes. Now I couldn't just go put it under any old tree. And I bury it. It's got to be about 1 foot deep. Then the tree will work with this crystal and the crystal with the tree to provide healing to me. So whatever I put underneath the tree's life force will amplify it. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Think of the possibilities.
I know. I'm gonna start putting some crystals underneath my tree.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what if we did it also like under like a moon, a full moon, or or something like that? You're getting like extra dose, so do that maybe
and
next
water
time.
it with moon water,
Ooh.
And you got to think like the birch tree is associated with silver, with femininity, with protection. So you could use that under a full moon, and that would probably be super good.
Really be potent. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Interesting.
And that's something real quick. People, when they talk about like magic or spells or anything like that, there's a lot of negative connotation about it. But what they're really doing, in case anybody doesn't know, is they're building this energy vortex. So I'm using different materials and I'm building a vortex of energy to push that out. You know, that's what they're doing. So not really a big deal, but it's not scary as people think.
It's not scary,
but a lot of people use it as a scare tactic, like I'm a witch, be afraid, or whatever. You know,
it's all the intent.
Yeah,
with anything, it's always the intention. It's the energy you put into something. You can make it dark, or you can make it light, or you can, you know. But yeah, it's always the intention. Isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so another, so we just talked about the holy tree of Ashoka earlier. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Ashoka.
I know, we just like saying that.
Ashoka. You said there's a TV show coming out, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I think that is the Rosario Dawson's character on Disney.
It's her character.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's part of the Jedi. The thing with the, I don't know, somebody will tell us, I'm sure, if I'm correct but I think it's called Ashoka. Okay, and then there's the Bodhi, probably one of the most famous trees of all trees. That's where Buddha got his enlightenment. He's like, I'm going to sit under this tree and I'm not going to move until I know the secrets. And I'll be damned if he did. He achieved it.
Dude sat there
for years.
I love Buddha, though.
He must have been a Taurus. He was probably stubborn.
That is so funny.
He's like a Taurus Leo. I can see it.
We're going to do a little chart on him.
Yeah. Where's Summer?
Where's Summer when you need her? I forgot to ask her. Seriously.
Oh, we did. We did forget to ask her something.
Oh, we forgot to ask. No, I said, but we're going to have to ask her to like look into Buddha
for
to
sure.
see where he was. But yeah, but that's,
So you could sit under the Bodhi tree for meditation. They do it all the time over there in India and stuff right now. Catch me under the Bodhi tree, y'all.
They would meditate and
a lot of
prayer, and like you said, enlightenment, ascension, and whatnot. But as we talk about Buddha, I literally just picture him sitting there.
Yeah. Well, and then he sat there so long, the snails formed that crown around his head to protect him from the sun. But he was a rich dude, and then he was like, the materials are not what I want, and he ran away.
He learned, he learned that no, it's not where you get peace is by having the material. It's simplicity, right? So
I guess
it's got a point, but boy, does it
more money, more problems.
More money, more problems.
They still singing about it.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. I'd be feeling a little bit more.
I can handle a few more problems. I haven't reached my problem maximum.
I was gonna say I haven't hit the ceiling yet, so
I'll find out if I get there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Anybody got any?
Let's look at some comments here. Let's see. My parents did confirm, by the way, that that was a tree hugger.
Proof.
Let's see. Chelsea says, I like seeing the synchronicities. Oh, EBG says, I think it's called The Happening, an M. Night movie. Hey, yeah, I was talking about that today.
Yeah.
So an M. Night, I love M. Night. He's actually one of my favorite people, honestly. But he did create a movie called The Happening. And it's very interesting, just like all his other films are very different and unique and thought-provoking. But with this one in particular, in The Happening, the trees and Mother Nature is actually pretty much at war with the humans. So, you're getting attacked by the pollen and all these other things that the trees are doing. So you have to take cover, you have to be careful. And so it really was a very interesting movie. And Mark Wahlberg was in that, by the way.
Was he?
Yeah.
I might see it now.
It's been Megan's like, sold.
I wasn't interested before, but suddenly I'm captivated.
No, it's good. It's a good movie, yeah.
Suddenly you're captivated. You're funny.
Let's see. The one, oh yeah, people really like that movie. Yeah. Jackie says we had an awesome tree hollow. Kids would climb through
Oh,
the
that's
middle.
neat.
We cried and were sad when it fell in the storm.
Oh.
Yeah, there's so much happiness. Like, we have a lot of memories around trees, really,
Like
when
the
you think about it.
trees,
Swings,
yeah.
you put like your tire swing, or you're swinging around it, or you're climbing it, or you just sit in it, or you're reading a book near it. Like, there's a reason. Hammock? Sorry,
Yes.
I just heard hammock.
Yes.
But like using
Because
hammocks.
that's one of my favorite things. So
Oh, it is?
I love hammocks.
Oh,
God, I
you
feel
get in it.
I feel so at peace because I can feel the wind on me, and that's awesome. And you know, the sun's catching me, touching me, and it's like, oh, you feel so connected to God. That's God's kisses. There's me in a hammock and the trees and
Yeah,
the fire.
you have like the
Oh,
air
yeah.
underneath you and everything.
Can't
No,
wait.
it is a
Too much more
beautiful thing.
peaceful. Yeah.
Then chilling in a hammock by a tree, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I almost took us off the live.
She likes watching other people's
I
hair.
guess. During our session, I like turning us on. Oh, yes, my mom loves trees also, especially the weeping willow. The weeping willow, doesn't it have such a feeling to it too?
We got a little bit about weeping.
You have, which one? Where's the weeping willow? Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So you can talk about
you
it.
were saying something.
Oh, no. So I was just saying that my mom was talking about how much she loves the weeping willow. And it's true. They have such, the energy that comes off of it is very serene and like tranquil. And you almost, what I pick up from it is you almost want to, take your time and truly relax whenever you're near one and truly just like reflect and whatnot. But there's something very beautiful about a weeping willow, even though they take up a lot of water, is what I'm gathering.
Yeah, so
they take up a lot of water.
They're water trees.
Yes.
And so they're connected with women, intuition, divination, all that stuff. For me personally, I want to like crawl under the willow's branches, like hide in there. So it's like a mother tree to me because it's giving me safety, protect, like the pouch, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
the koala.
Yeah. So yeah, mystery, and the fact that it bends but never breaks. Pretty powerful.
That is like super strong. I mean, how much stronger you get from that?
So of course it's a woman.
Right, it's a feminine. Because boy, can you? And it's so true. It's almost like you are like you're getting protected by it, so you can kind of cocoon under that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Willows are beautiful.
They are, and I love that name too. There's an energy about the name too, Willow. Really like that name.
I met several little girls named Willow, and it's like, oh, that's sweet. I like that.
Yeah, I like tree names anyway, though. I do. Let's see. So another tree. Oh, I'm gonna see if I have. See what I have pictures of. Nope, I don't have a willow. But I was gonna show a few of those.
Oh, another holy tree. Sandalwood is a holy tree. Now, sandalwood is on the endangered tree list. So whatever sandalwood's out there, it's the last of it because they're not going to cut down anymore. And sandalwood is used to purify things. Priests love sandalwood.
Right.
All priests, Catholic priests, Muslim priests, Buddhist priests, everybody loves sandalwood because it's holy and it purifies.
Interesting. I did not know that it was like
on the endangered list. Yeah,
on the endangered list.
So we have like a few pieces down there, but that's all we'll get. There'll be no more.
So why can't we just like
make more?
Start plating them.
I guess they didn't count them in time. It was too late. They were low on inventory. Didn't notice.
That's not how it goes in business. You're low on inventory. You wait till last.
I can't order anymore.
Like, oh, shoot.
30 years, guys. Sorry, before we get that back in stock. Put me on the wait list.
Put me on the wait.
I want one.
Yeah, that's sad. Hopefully we get that figured out.
I know. Yeah. And then, of course, the olive tree.
Oh,
everybody loves the olive tree.
I don't have
I love an olive tree.
Never mind.
The benefits of olives are just amazing. And olive oil, it's so holy.
And what about the sodium in the olives? Is that still okay?
Salt and olives?
Yeah, I love me some olives.
It ain't hurt me. I know. I'll eat olives till my stomach hurts.
That's what
I'm bad. Yeah, I do.
So what's your favorite? Is it green or black?
I like both.
I like both too. Green's my favorite though.
Yeah, to me, green's a little bit more like tangy than black, but I'll eat them both.
It's a little bit more mild.
Right. We'll eat olives. And of course, there's the extending the olive branch, which comes from Noah releasing the bird and coming up with the olive branch and said, It's all good. Y'all come out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all come out now.
That's what he said.
That's a
Quote.
You get that scripture? Y'all can come out now.
Bird was from Kentucky, and he said, "Y'all's okay."
Y'all's okay.
But oh yeah, so and Jesus to the Christians.
Jesus
prayed under an olive tree on his way to crucifixion,
Uh-huh.
and then his cross that they crucified
that's
him
what-
on was olive.
Was olive.
And Brooke and I had this discussion. I said, Brooke, why is it called Good Friday when wasn't nothing good about that Friday?
I know.
And yeah, Jared was like, because, they killed him, so he died for your sins. I was like, first off, that wasn't necessary. And second of all,
Right.
I would never be part of nothing like that. Like, no. So there was nothing good about that. I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
I do not
This was
agree.
bad Friday.
That was horrible Friday.
They're trying to spin it into a positive, maybe.
Yeah, I messed up and crucified this amazing dude.
I guess it's because for humanity, it was a good thing. Like, even though it wasn't a good thing. You see what I mean? So that way we can continue.
Well, if I
is
believe
what-
that.
Yeah.
Human sacrifice, I don't like. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're not much on sacrifice.
No.
are we? No.
Did they kill Buddha too? I mean,
No.
did they sacrifice all these other people? No.
I don't think
I don't think it was necessary. I'm just saying. Anyway,
I
I don't agree. Good Friday. I think it was bad
Let's
Friday.
make it Yeah.
All right. And then, is that all the holy truths we have?
That's the holy trees. Yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Now we're getting into more like druid trees.
Yeah, did you guys know that there's such a thing as druid horoscope? So you can, just like your, regular sign, you would look at your time frame of what your sign would be, and each one has so for example, I am pine, but everybody has a tree.
Yep. I think I'm an apple tree.
You're an apple tree.
And then anyway, yeah.
Mhm.
So you can look up a druid horoscope and it will tell you your characteristics and your tree.
Yeah. And it's actually, it's pretty insightful. You end up getting, you end up hearing some of, obviously the good, but also some of the, struggles and some of the, the cons of being that tree, but it's all for learning purposes. So yeah, so look into that, because I thought I thought it was really, really interesting.
Yeah. Definitely found some characteristics that I like. And then the stuff that I didn't like, I was like, that's not me. Doesn't apply at all.
No. Oh, jeez.
Apple trees.
Apple tree.
So apple tree is a fruit-bearing tree. Everybody loves an apple tree.
Oh my gosh.
You remember in the Hunger Games, and they had Rue, and she went up in the trees and she picked the apples, and yeah.
Yes. Rue lived among the trees pretty much.
Yeah, lived in the treetops.
That's how she survived.
Apples are associated with the feminine. They are associated with fertility. If you cut an apple in half, you get the star. So there's a lot of great things about apple trees. And youth, magic.
Yeah. It's fruit bearing. Yep.
Love apple trees.
I love apple trees. I love apples though too. I mean,
what's your favorite apple?
I would say a Honeycrisp, of course.
Yeah.
Because it's the sweetest.
Yeah. It's also the most expensive because it is my son's favorite apple. He's like, I want Honeycrisp, and he eats 4 things, so I have to get the Honeycrisp.
It's
okay, and I'm like, this apple's $7.
You better enjoy that and the core.
That's right. That's your dinner, bro. 1 apple.
They're usually pretty big though, too, for the most part, but they are expensive.
But they are the most expensive.
Yeah, I like pink ladies too. Pink ladies are pretty good. What's your favorite?
Probably a Granny Smith.
Oh, yeah.
I like the tart. I do.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like to make them pies.
Ooh,
that's my favorite way to eat apples. So, with butter and flour and sugar.
Sounds good to me.
Makes the apple taste so much better.
I love me some apple.
And then we talked about birch trees a little bit. The birch trees are known as the white ladies of the wood, and they of the woods. Okay.
Yeah.
And they are the first to bloom in spring. They have the white bark. They are also
that's how you could tell was the white bark. and they really can stick out, you know.
Their leaves are so gorgeous. I love birch leaves.
Yeah.
And you know, you can take
do.
birch leaves and make
There
an
we go.
oil out of it to salve. So good for you. Oh no.
Dropping them.
You know.
Anyway, see how you got the white there?
Yep. That's a birch tree.
Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, look, little mushrooms.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But they are associated with purity, rebirth, because they are a spring tree,
Mhm.
and cleansing. So
And cleansing.
it is important to know your tree properties and not just go out into the woods and pick up any old stick if you intend to use it for any certain special purposes or memento. Because just as there are good trees, there are also bad trees.
Right. That don't have the best of energy
Yeah.
and whatnot. Mm-hmm.
Something you might not want to bring into your home.
Mm-hmm.
So,
an example.
like a wisteria,
Mm-hmm.
that is a predator tree that does not have good energy. It is not something I'd want to be around. It
Uh-huh.
consumes other things. So.
Right, it consumes other things. Yeah, so that's an example of a tree that doesn't put off the best of energy.
And it will grow around and wrap itself around. They're mean.
Mm-hmm.
They will grow through concrete.
She's like, we can cut that one down. That's okay.
Get real.
That was a bad tree. Bad.
Well, I'm planting some birch trees out front to protect my home.
Protect, because they're all about protection, right?
Yeah, they deflect negative energy.
Deflect negative energy. Oh, yeah.
I said, don't be bringing that in here. Birch got you back.
Do you know, I just realized we don't have anything about witch hazel, and witch hazel has they have so many properties on witch hazel, which surprising. I'm actually, you know how they'll make that into astringent and whatnot. I am actually allergic to it. Like I'll break out with it. Mm-hmm. But they use witch hazel even for being able to like locate water and that kind of thing, right?
Huh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So like for dowsing?
Dowsing. Yeah, they'll
Use
use
witch
witch hazel
hazel
for dowsing, and it'll help you find water sources.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who else we got? Cedars. Cedars are one of my favorites. I love a cedar tree.
That's Jared. Jared's a cedar tree.
Coincidentally, he is also my favorite, and the cedar is my favorite. I don't know how it works out. I just like that energy, I guess.
I guess so.
But cedars, they smell so good.
Yeah,
Cedar does. When you walk past, you know,
your
cedar closets.
chests.
Oh my God, yeah, chest,
chests.
closets, all that stuff. Cedar's awesome. And it's one of the most expensive boards you can buy. Like at the lumber yard. Yeah, terribly expensive. But anyway, it is used for strength. It's very biblical. It's a very biblical tree. And it's also a very like self-assured, very confident. So if you were trying to use that tree for, I don't know, gain self-empowerment or anything like that, you would want to get some cedar bark or burn some cedar or something like that to aid in that.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, we did get some comments here about Good
Uh-oh.
Friday. It's called Good Friday because it marks the beginning of a clean slate for all mankind. And then, Jackie says that apple trees do bring the moral mushrooms, which is funny because that's what I just said. They have mushrooms right next to it.
Yeah.
Well, good to know. And then we've got Golden Delicious.
Oh, hi, James Wisp.
James. The treewhisperer.com is owned by friends of mine. He travels the world working to heal trees, plants, etc.
He's a tree guardian.
With Body Talk for Plants, Jim Conroy and Bezia.
We're going to Google that after this.
Maybe we could have them on here.
That would be so cool. I want James West on here, but yeah.
Too. James, we're going to have to work on
getting him up here.
Getting you to chill a coffee because we would definitely love for you to talk about energy and whatnot. But that's also awesome. The Tree Whisperer. We're going to have to check that out.
You can make a living off that. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh.
The things I don't know.
You can be a tree guardian. You can be a tree whisperer.
I know. It's amazing. Endless possibilities.
Oh, I know.
So cool.
And then Barbara. And so James and Barbara took a class.
Oh. So you could go down to Yoctangi with us and talk to trees. Yes. Sign us up. We're going to film it.
We're going to have to. Yeah. We'll be in touch, James. We're going to be in touch.
Actually, that brings up a thought. So I'd watched this one. He's not necessarily a psychic, but he is very in tune with the universe. He would be what they call a grid keeper. If you
Okay.
know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So he's a great keeper.
Mhm.
And he was talking about he had gotten kidnapped in some country he was not from. Right?
Okay. Uh-huh.
And he whispered into the roots of a tree that he was kidnapped. He's been held hostage. And the next day, his friends and family started having dreams about him and his location. And he said that the trees had put out that message and broadcast it. And then his people were picking it up through other trees, Tree Network. Yeah.
The Tree Network. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my gosh. That's so cool.
Yeah.
It's another way to find people.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, if I'm
It's
down
almost
in a ditch, I'm going to whisper to a tree.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. It almost reminds me of, like how we were just talking about the Hunger Games.
Mhm.
Whenever they had the Mockingjay that would like repeat things and like take it down so that way you can communicate. This is like another way to communicate.
Mm.
That's cool.
We're going to have to tree experiment. Yes.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do some kind of experiment to see what the outcome is. See if we can get some answers, right? Because they say trees will give you answers, and they will. Yeah. So if you ask questions, you will get answers, and so that's what I would say. Like, do you get pelted with an acorn as a no, or do you get? But it's like you get branches, like on your car, you get branches. Like they'll give you signs of things.
And then they can appear in your dreams as well. Yeah. So if you've asked permission from a tree and it shows up in your dream, it's probably a no. But if you know, if you feel okay, then you don't get hit with nothing. I guess proceed.
Proceed with caution.
Yeah. With respect.
With respect, that's right. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to share? EBG says that I reacted to all I was tested for except poplar. Poplar. And she's also she's allergic. I'm allergic to some of the I'm allergic to some of the trees as well.
Yeah, EBG's got all kinds of allergies. She's sensitive. I think her kids are sensitive too. Like the
Yeah, I'm allergic to also tree nuts. Actually, almost passed away, almost expired.
Oh my gosh!
From eating a Brazil nut, and so my youngest son Corey, he also has tree nut allergies as well. So we have to like look at everything to make sure it's not hazelnut, macadamia, or Brazil, and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a little crazy. You gotta be careful.
So that warning on the package that says this was made in a facility that has tree nuts, that's for you.
That's for us, yeah. But it's like they put that on everything now.
Just to be cautious.
Just to be cautious because they don't want to, because obviously there were some lawsuits and that kind of thing. So if there are nuts in the vicinity, in that facility, they have to put that on there. But it's just like an extra, I'll still eat something if it doesn't have actually like the nuts and it just says it was manufactured. But yeah, that's
terrifying.
Yeah, I'm like,
I could imagine. No, I'm not sensitive to anything. No allergies, so I can eat all the good stuff from trees, apples, and bananas. Bananas are trees. Yes.
Banana tree. Yep. I love me some bananas. Yeah, so I'm good with all of those. It's just really Brazil nuts and macadamia. Which once I was able to eat some macadamia nuts, like whenever you get like the white chocolate cookie, and so one day I ended up eating one, and then I ended up having a reaction. So I had to. Luckily, I was working at a hospital, and so I was able to just like run right over to the ER. But
save me,
save me. Okay.
Oh my God, it's almost been an hour again. How do we do it?
Wow.
How do we do it?
It has. Julia says, I grew up in the middle of thousands of Christmas trees. My dad planted over 15,000 trees over the years of our Christmas tree farm operating.
That is so cool.
So did you have like any, would you go out there and hang out, or like, do you have any good experiences with all those trees? Like any kind of energy stuff?
That's where you'd find me splat out in the middle of a row of Christmas trees. Yeah.
Where's Jamaica?
I love it. Yeah, that's super cool. Not everybody's got a story like that, Julie. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. My goodness.
So what's your favorite tree?
My favorite is ginkgo.
Oh yeah, that's right. You told
I
me
love ginkgo because it has, it has medicinal, purposes, but this is the reason why it's my favorite. Now, it does stink. Okay. So it does stink, so I don't like that. But it's like a fanned leaf. So I love those leaves.
Oh.
Yeah, yellow. They turn like bright yellow, or you've got like the green, but they look like a Y. And they just look so cool. Ever since I was a kid, I've absolutely loved them. So I'll collect them and whatnot. But yeah, ginkgo leaves is my thing.
Ginkgo.
What about you? What's your favorite?
Hard to say.
Oh, it is hard.
Favorite tree. I mean, oak is like the strongest, oldest, wisest, most biblical. We talked about the Moses stick.
The Moses stick
that
that you can make from the oak tree. Yeah.
So I mean, oak's pretty impressive.
It is.
But
it's resilient.
Favorite. Yeah. I mean, if I had to like pick a tree to gravitate towards, I would choose an oak. And I like its leaves too. They're pretty.
Oh, they're very pretty. They're like,
but also like evergreens. Because in the winter, they're still green, right? Yeah, so I like pines and stuff. And
I wish I was more of a pine person, but I'm not. You know how like you get like even like the scent, like the candle scent. Like I'm just not
too much. Yeah,
yeah. But I like that it is green.
Yeah, it makes me happy.
Absolutely,
in dark times.
And then I like the sweet gum just because you could like that's how they would make gum. They would get that out of the bark.
Oh yeah, I like maple trees. We're talking about eating some stuff from trees. I'm gonna go maple and get some syrup.
I have the nicest maple in the backyard. It's so pretty and it's so like loving. Sweet. That's the one that put him in the hospital.
Unless you're mean to it, and then it fights back. I can't blame it though. I would love to be able to see from a tree's perspective and know what trees know and how they interact, and I bet it's pretty amazing to be
actually able to speak to somehow communicate with the tree in like a solid way, in like a for sure way.
I could just experience it. We often talk about how like one day we'll download our consciousness or upload them. We won't need bodies anymore, and all that, and then you could actually upload it into being a dolphin or being a tree, and so
I'd be a tree.
Yeah.
Do you know, this is really, really weird, but I'm going to tell you guys anyway, because might as well. We talk about fairies and leprechauns and everything.
Truth seekers. We're going to tell the truth.
That's right. We talk about a little bit of everything. But this was about 5 years ago. I had a dream, and it was a masculine voice that came to me. And that masculine voice, some would say God, and, came to me and said, do you want, actually point blank asked me in a very matter-of-fact way, do you want to end your contract or your life, okay, and use your soul? We could put your soul in one of the trees in India because there is a great need, is what I heard. There's a great need. And so they had actually asked me if I wanted to go ahead. They were going to excuse me from whatever lessons I was supposed to learn here. They were going to excuse me from that if I accepted to be part of this tree's energy in India. And they didn't give me the name of it. I don't know. I just know that it was a very sacred tree. And so I remember very distinctly saying, no, like I have more work to do here. I can't. And I remember thinking of my kids and stuff. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. So I actually declined it. And whenever I woke up, I was like, wait, was that for real? And my spirit guides were like, yeah. And I'm like, what? So I was actually really asked if I wanted to. And that's when I started thinking like, gosh, is there soul energy in trees? And I mean, there is, but it's just really like, it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around sometimes.
Yeah. To think about it on that scale,
Right. Like, do I want to go be a tree? And I'm like, wow, that sounds kind of cool.
For how long?
For how long?
Could you just like pause this life and I go be a tree and then come back to it?
Yeah.
That would be okay.
Can I just put energy somehow into it?
Yeah. What if we just do it from here?
Yeah. They didn't ask, or they didn't ask me. That wasn't an option. It was truly to like, go ahead and pass away. Go ahead and expire there in your sleep and we will use you. Or So anyway.
I don't think so.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's okay. I'm I want to stick this out.
Yeah. I really need these lessons. And
I could be chilling in a tree right now.
just putting off good vibes.
putting off good vibes. Hey, I just realized I got trees on today.
You do.
Aww.
Yeah. Lovely little forest. And she's got her tree of life necklace.
And my tree of life. I did put this on purpose, but I just saw green for St. Patty's Day
That
kind of
works.
thing, and it worked. Anyway.
Pulled off. Didn't even try. She's amazing like that.
Oh man, no.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we got quite a few comments here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we were asking. What did we ask for people to respond to?
Yes, that lady about her pine tree forest. This comment, this one right here.
Julia. Oh,
You asked her something about
Yes. Okay. Julia, I asked you about the 15,000. We were always working on them. They were a year-round project. Project.
That's cool though.
Oh, our
Go for the
house
Christmas tree farm.
is built, and the remainder of the trees that were sold over the years,
You
those
are
Christmas trees, are over 30 feet tall now. And my favorite place to be among them, knowing my daddy planted them and he is no longer physically here. Oh, what's our favorite place to be?
Our house is built in the remainder of the trees that they farmed together with her dad.
Yeah.
And her dad's no longer there.
Yeah.
And the trees make up her home.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God.
Isn't
You could
that-
write a book on that. Like,
Yeah,
that's such
that
the
could
sweetest
be-
thing. That could be a Hallmark story.
You could.
Hands down.
You could.
Beautiful.
My goodness. Ah, Paola. Oh, yeah, Mom. Real quick, my mom was like, I did not know that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to tell you that. That was like years ago.
I don't know what the
Did
hell
you
that
just-
was.
All right. We'll get back
Everything's
to
fine.
it. Sorry.
It's that mouse.
There's something going on. Okay. Paola had said, all this conversation reminds me of a dream I had. I was driving through a road, and there were 2 rows of big pine trees, one to my left and one to my right. I felt that I was going home. It made me feel happy to be driving to my new home. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. See, trees can bring such
Yeah.
Good
Trees are
energy and
wisdom
everything.
and comfort. So
absolutely.
happy among the trees.
There's so many great things. Oh, look, I did
She
it.
left.
I did it.
She's back.
I'm back. Okay, guys.
Your mom's like, thank God you didn't go in your sleep. Gosh.
That might be why I didn't tell you. Okay, Mom, I actually do think the reason why I didn't tell you guys is because that
I
sounds
didn't
a
want to freak
little
you out.
like I could have, died last night.
Might be a little
So I could go
boo-boo.
be a tree. Like, that's a weird conversation.
She said no, so it's good though.
It's all good. Yeah, I said no. But that's something that has stuck with me because I'm like, man, that's like
Yeah.
that's really a thing? Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's interesting.
It's definitely awesome to know.
Yeah. Any last minute look? It's almost 7 o'clock.
Fly through these things.
Uh-huh. Oh, I know Jackie always likes whenever we talk about what we have on.
I just have the only new piece that I don't have much on is this. I don't know if you can see it. It's a blue kyanite. And look at the
I
little
love blue
shine on
kyanite.
there. I do too.
Mm.
It's been calling me, so I don't have one. But I knew there was one downstairs, and for 3 or 4 days, it was like, "Come by me." So
Come
I'm like,
by me. So you're like, okay.
Yeah.
And what's that though?
This
Have you
is
worn that
St.
before?
Michael. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Nice, nice.
Everybody knows me and Mike. We're close.
And then I just have my Hyperstein. I have like my normal stuff on. And then my Tree of Life.
Your hyperstone is on your right hand and not your left.
Oh, well,
So
Is that bad?
your right hand, well, no, but you normally wear it on your left, and that was no, it's always been on your right. So right hand is for anything you want to give out. So if I want to give good communication, I would wear kyanite on my right
wait a
hand.
minute. So if I want good luck, I got to start putting more on my left.
You got to receive on your left.
Well,
Just saying.
okay,
Just
I've been
notice.
giving it out for like months now, y'all. It's still come back to me. I
It's
still got
still
some good
in the
luck
vibratory field and all
Right.
that, so it doesn't,
there. Mm.
it's not going to make or break,
I'm changing it up.
but it can help.
I'm ready to receive. Planted some seeds. Yeah. Reap what you sow. All of that stuff.
She had a booked out concert last night, not concert.
Concert.
Party.
definitely don't want to hear me.
But yeah, she had so many people. She wasn't even able to get to them all. They were lined
It
up.
was fantastic.
That's
yeah,
how-
it was at Making Waves hair salon, and it was with Carrie James and Lacey Powell and some other gals. And I tell you, it was so cool. They were offering fine line tattoos, permanent jewelry, chair massages, and then I was doing tarot readings. And so anyway, if you're watching this, I know that some of you who came and got readings yesterday said that you do watch this. So I'll give you guys a little shout out and appreciate you joining and whatnot. But yeah, it was fantastic. I didn't get to everybody. I felt terrible about that, but there was a wait list. And so, yeah, but it was a really amazing night with a lot of messages. It's kind of made me a little hoarse today, but yeah.
And don't forget, she'll be in Portsmouth the 21st. So I know a couple people have already booked with you.
Yes.
There's
still, I think I still have 2 slots left for the 21st. So I'll be in Portsmouth then. And again, I could do past life readings, just regular readings. I can do mediumship. Yeah, I got what you need.
I might schedule myself for past life.
All right.
But I mean, I won't take up your Portsmouth time. I'll do it up here. I'll let the Portsmouth people take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I don't end up filling up, then
we could do it then. But I'll try to give those people a little taste. I'll share my friend, I guess. Gosh. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned. Next week we might do a little talk about higher self and ego and how to differentiate in between those two.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not clear because a lot of people think ego is just self-inflation, and it's a lot more than that. So I think that's an important message. We'll talk about. We might come up with something else.